betrayed him. He still pictures her as you were part of
the pimp. I call him the pimp.
It's in a book that can be stolen, a book that can be cracked open in someone else. But Professor Tatuba does try to clarify when Malik goes back to the past.
Welcome back to the Key and Jay Booked podcast. I'm your co-host Jay, along with my co-host Key, and today we have a new urban fiction that we've been waiting and dying to talk about. It is Jahquel's or Jahquel's. Nobody ever told me the correct pronunciation, and I don't want to butcher her name, but it is her book and the first book of her whole entire series, Capone Book 1. First off, let's talk about your week. How was your week, Key?
My week was amazing. Got plenty of rest this weekend. I had a great week at work. Went to the library, got me some books yesterday. Even though it was a blizzard, I don't play about my books. Nothing stands between me and my books. How was your week, Jay?
My week was good. Got over a cold. Still kind of getting over it. Little dry mucus in the body. But, you know, we're going to drink some fluids. But I didn't even know it was a snowstorm in Indianapolis this week.
Yes, we got a lot of snow. Like,
do they cancel everything?
Kinda. I mean, it's the weekend, so it wasn't really much going on. But I can tell you one thing: DoorDash still is working. Like I'm one of them people.
DoorDash everything.
I gave a really big tip. I gave a $25 tip because I was like, I know it's a blizzard, but I was stuck. I couldn't leave. I couldn't really do anything, you know. So, and it got worse as the day went on. So that's why it was just after a certain point, it was like it's dangerous to go outside and drive. But I was just like, you know, DoorDash people depend on this money. I'm giving them a really big tip just to say thank you. But yes, we had lots and lots of snow. Thankfully, it stopped. But you guys had snow too, right? You told me that
we had a little bit. Nothing that. Yeah, today they were saying there was going to be snow, but it wasn't really no snow like that. It was just a couple of flurries. But you know, with the church van and everything like that, you don't want to take no risk and anybody getting hurt or anything like that.
Right,
or, coming off with some black ice or anything like that.
Right.
All week, well, since Wednesday, man, I've been waiting to talk about this book. I've been having to hold my opinion because we gotta have it on the pod, right? So
yes.
We run a 10-point rubric. This is going to be our urban fiction critique rubric. Say that real fast, right? When we talk about the book in a 10-point questionnaire. So for plot, we got the first one, which is plot. Was the book fire? Did it keep you super engaged? And we have these talking points where we talk it out. Did the story grab you early or take too long to get going? Did the plot feel authentic or forced? Were the twists shocking or you saw it coming? Any parts that dragged, repeated, or felt like filler? And did the ending hit or fall flat?
All right, I will go first because ladies first.
Always.
I'm going to just tell you, first of all, the plot hooked me from the very beginning. If you read the book, then you know in the very beginning, Erin and her brother are waiting outside as the police are consoling them because her dad has just shot and killed her mom before killing himself. And that is a crazy way to start the book. I mean, that was page 1. You ain't had time to get comfortable before it's like, damn, her daddy killed her mom. Like, what the hell? So yeah, it started out very, very strong. It definitely kept my interest the entire time. I didn't see like the ending ends on a crazy ass cliffhanger. I never saw that happening. We'll talk about that later, but there were definitely a few twists that I did not see coming. Naheem, just like Jay, broke my heart because I thought he was a family man. I thought he loved Capri. We'll get to that later too, but there were definitely surprises that I did not see coming. And I feel like the story kept me engaged, like the entire story. I was just like, I got to keep reading. So I really liked it. And I feel like the plot was really, really good.
For me, I definitely felt the plot. Like you say, the first time, soon as the book opened up, we got a father committing suicide, you know what I mean? And for his daughter having to just watch that, you know, and the traumatization that, you know, we was going to figure out in the book later on. And I just felt like once that happened, the book just grabbed me and we just kept going. And it felt authentic. It didn't feel forced because who would have known? Like, this is stuff that happened in real life. We talking about real life situations where suicide is real. It wasn't forced. This is something that we go through in the daily life. The twist, I did not see the twist coming. And I'm hearing she's the queen of twists. So we shall see, Book Talk, right? We shall see if she is the true queen of twists. You know what I mean? Freedom might have something to do with that. But there was no parts in the book that drag. I felt like everything was on good repetition. It didn't feel like a filler, like I said in the last my first video. It just felt like everything flowed well. And the ending was a hit. It did not fall flat at all. Like, I was really shocked. Like, I got a whole nother video coming with that as well. So I can't wait to really, you know, dive more into the book. As we move into the second joint of the critique rubric, the second point is characters, real or cat. That's what. Let's talk it out. Were the main characters believable? Right? Did they grow or stay stuck? As the same in the whole book. Did their decisions make sense based on their life and environment? Who was your favorite character and who annoyed you? And any characters you wanted more of or less of?
Okay, so that's a multi-part question. I'll answer the first. Were the main characters believable? I would say yes. And the reason why her main characters were so believable, Capone and Aaron especially, was because they both had weaknesses. I hate to even say it like that, but Capone has sickle cell. Like, I've never read an urban fiction book where a character got sickle cell. Like, you know what I mean? And people suffer from sickle cell. I don't know that just, there's a Bible story. I forget what it is, but it's like every person has like an Achilles heel or something. Like everybody has some kind of weakness. And I love that Capone is this like tough gangster guy. He runs the streets. He's the head of his operation, but he has sickle cell, which can be debilitating, which keeps him locked down. He can't move. He's sick. He's in pain. I feel like that was very, very realistic and believable. Even Erin, the fact that her stress manifested physically in her losing her hair. Like, she had alopecia. Like, just these characters had what I feel like real lives, real story. The way they responded to things felt real. The only thing I will say about Capone is that he scared me in the beginning, Jay. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if you've ever read Demon's Dream, but there's a character in Demon's Dream. His name is Demon. Okay. And he is a guy. He's crazy possessive. He sees Dream. She's his. Like, he can mess around with whoever, but she can't do anything. He's bossy. He's controlling. And I thought that was Capone at first. I was like, please don't let this be a repeat of Demon's Dream, because I couldn't stand Demon. But Capone is actually really, really sweet. And Jay is the one who taught me this. Like, the book has a little bit of insta love. He sees Erin through a window and he's like, that's my wife. But when you know, when it's the one, it's the one. So I feel like the characters were absolutely believable. And like I said, when it's the one, it's the one. And I got that from Jay.
That's right. She the one, man. For me, the characters was definitely believable. Like, you have a city worker, a bus driver, but she messed with a dude. Driver. She messed with a dude that, he getting money, right? And this is real talk. I know people who actually been through stuff like that. And for me, they grew throughout the whole book. You know what I'm saying? Like, Erin, even from her being like very controlling to her kind of like letting him lead as he moved her into the crib and, moved the whole family basically into the crib to keep them safe from bitch ass Trilla and his and Timmy, you know what I'm saying? Keeping them, away from them and letting Jaden, get himself together. And I just felt like, that was one of the decisions that made sense, right? It made sense based on the life and the environment. Timmy's still out there. So he doesn't want nothing to happen. Timmy might bust through. He know where they live at. So he's just trying to protect them and keep them safe. So I felt like that was always a plus in my book. Capone definitely got a pat on the back for that one. But you forgot, who is your favorite character and who annoyed you?
Okay. So my favorite character, I was so conflicted because, I'm a girl and I want to say, oh yeah, my favorite character was Erin, but I would have to say my favorite character is Capone. Like,
of course not. Go ahead.
He was just so amazing. He really was. And I just love that. Remember the part where Erin wakes up and he's just sitting in her house and she don't have her scarf on, and she has alopecia and she hasn't shaved, so his bald spots everywhere. And he's just looking at her like, that don't make you any less beautiful. You don't have to wear a wig. That is what he got me. I was like, I love him. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Because, we're a woman. We're very, very sensitive about our hair. Our hair has to look done. I remember even me and my husband, it took a while for me to take down my hair and he see my natural hair with no edges and stuff like that, because it's a sensitive thing. So the fact that Erin was able to, like, even though she did it on accident, and he was just like, baby, like, you're so beautiful. Just how caring he was with her. He assured her every step of the way. Ella, his baby mom, is like trying to creep, and he brings Erin out, like, come here, kisses her in front of her so he can prove to her, she know what's up. I'm not hiding anything from you. From the beginning, he says, you're mine. I don't play no games about you. He was just amazing the way he handled business. Like, the fact that in the beginning, when one of his men shot one of Trilla's men, and he was mad at his, like, why are you shooting over something so stupid? So he was a gangster, maybe he was in the streets, but he was respectable. He had a code. Remember, he said he don't mess with the mom or the kids. He just, like, I know, like, he just, I'm sorry.
I love him. I just love him so much.
I do. I did. He was just amazing. He really was. I thought the way he cared about her, the way he cared about his family, the way he ran his operation. Like, remember he said, I don't want to be doing the illegal stuff for a long time. Like, I'm doing that to get to bigger, better. He had his own trucking company, to make it look legitimate. Like, He was smart. So he hands down was my favorite character. I love how he handled business. I love how he operated. I loved who he was. And I'm going to be so heartbroken if he do something in the next book because I trusted Naheem. It was going to be Naheem until the end. I was like, nah, fuck him.
So what character annoyed you the most?
I have to say, what was the cousin's name? Ra?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't stand her. I could not stand her. I just felt like she would just seem kind of scatterbrained, kind of harebrained, just the way that she would act. And the first part where she ditzy, she didn't really seem to understand really what was going on. Sometimes the way that Aaron would be like, she would just go crazy for any other guy. She would disappear. When she was like, no, you need to take time off to come take care of me for my surgery. Like, I knew that they were like best friends, but there was something about her I just found extremely annoying. The way she chased after dudes, and then like just the way she acts sometimes, I would just be really, really annoyed. But yeah.
I got you. For me, all the characters were believable. My favorite character was, and I know, let me sit up when I say this.
Because
I need the whole book top 10 and Bookstagram real tight when I say this, right? But I really like Naeem's character. Like he's my favorite character thus far, right? And I'm holding on to the black love, right? I had to do an apology video, right? I had to come out and apologize. But personally, from reading this book now, we on book 2 now. Right? We coming up on book 2 for next week. So I don't know what's happening, but for right now, I like Naeem. He's loyal, right? He stayed out of Aaron's way now. He's loyal to hold on. He's loyal to his dude. Like he's loyal to the to the corporation that he in.
So he's loyal to the corporation, to the streets, to Capone, but not to the woman that he
I'm about to get into that. We're gonna get into that later.
Okay,
we just saying right now, and I know people gonna eat me up for that, but right now, Naeem, you know what I'm saying? I'm team Naeem right now. Character that annoyed me, I would have to say, and I'm gonna be honest, right? Capone annoyed me a little bit.
What?
Capone annoyed me a little bit. Let me tell you why he annoyed me.
What?
Like, get it that I felt like he was overbearing sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I just felt like he was doing too much at times. Like, bro, slow down. Like, fall back. Like him saying, oh, gorgeous. I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like, bro, slow your roll. I get it. You got money. You could do whatever you want. Oh, you come in with me. You do this. I ain't asking you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff that he was saying.
No, that's fair.
It annoyed me in the beginning because I didn't know how his character was going to play out. So I'm like, yo, bro, you so demanding. You ain't even get the cheeks yet. Now we found out that Rob blow him away. You know what I'm saying? And she give up the yams. That's later on. But in the beginning, he definitely blew mine.
No, I'd have to agree because I said the same thing. Like, he was so commanding and very like, you will come here, you will do this. And I was thinking, y'all just met. Like, calm down. You don't even know her. And that's why I said he reminded me of Demon from Demon's Dream, because that's how he was. He didn't care if they just met. He was boss. He was commanding. You will do what I tell you, choking her up and everything. But that's just Capone is. The thing is, I even said that to Jay, and this is what he told me. Well, when it's the one, it's the one. You literally said it like, oh, it's the one, it's the one.
And
I was just like, he just a little bossy, but that's just how he was. And when he seen something that he wanted, he was like, I'm gonna go after it, But he was very, very possessive in the beginning, and I did not like that either at first. But then, like, he just
melted my heart, and whoa, right? Log, right? No Did it sound like real life? To me, let me go on this one. To me, it sounded like real life because I'm from New York, right? And the parts of the city that they was talking about, that's how I really talk. I just try to hold, my accent in sometimes. I don't live in New York no more, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people be like, yo, your accent is crazy. And I'm like, I don't really have an accent. This is just how I talk. You feel me?
Yeah.
But for me, I don't feel like the dialogue was corny. It was all natural. The slang was on point. I don't feel like it was overdone. They didn't really do too much slang in this one yet. Any code switching, except for when they was in the hospital, she ain't call him Big Mike. She said M. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really overdone. The characters sounded different. Even though I was listening to it on Audible, they still sounded different to me. You get the dual point of view, which I know you like.
I love it.
Any lines that made you say pause, laugh, or cringe? Let me see. A lot of putting your hammer in her mouth is crazy in the book. It was a lot of she dropped my, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of that, and I had to like really, you know what I'm saying? And it was a line that Capone said about before when he smashed Tasha, and he was like, that joint was fire, but he had to break it off. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know Tasha got that Tasha got that fire.
You know,
what
I
I'm
want to
saying? But
change my answer.
that was in me.
Tasha is the character that annoyed me. Yeah, and you know what's
Of
so crazy?
course.
That's my mama's name. So, but
I'm sorry, man.
I couldn't. Yeah, you know what? I changed it. It's not Rice Tasha. I couldn't stand that bitch. I was like, I mean, she was sleeping with kids. Like you supposed to be, you're supposed to be making crack, and you back here sleeping with the teenagers.
The best crack maker.
Like, oh my
best.
gosh. One thing I hated is kind of like what you said. He just kept calling her gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous.
He just kept saying it. I was like, you can use another word to describe her. That's the only thing that I was like, he just keeps saying this. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I was like, okay, we get it. She's cute. We get it. She's cute. She's cute.
Right.
But I think the dialogue was really good. Like you said, it wasn't too slangy. I feel like sometimes when I read urban fiction, like, it just feels like too much. It just like, nigga, this motherfucker. It just felt like the cuss words were used appropriately. It just flowed. It wasn't any awkward sequences or like, that didn't make sense or that didn't make sense. And I'm really picky when it comes to my dialogue. I've said this before. I'm a dialogue person. I loved it. I feel like I really got to know the characters through the dialogue that they had. So I agree. It was on point. 10 out of 10. A+.
For themes, what was it really about, right? What themes stood out to you as far as like love, loyalty, trauma, hustle, betrayal? Did the book respect the culture it was pulling from, being the Black community?
Mm-hmm.
Was there a deeper message or just like a surface, or what do you feel like it was a surface drama? And did anything hit close to home?
I think the sickle cell, I don't want to say it hit close to home, but someone that I loved actually passed away from sickle cell. No, thank you so much. But so that's why I said it made Capone a more believable character, because the pain that he was experiencing is the same pain that they were experiencing. So I really like that. I think the theme of the book was definitely family and loyalty. That's very, very important to Capone. You know, he takes care of his family. He takes care of his mom, his dad. His brother Capadonna is in jail or in prison, but he still takes care of him. Make sure, what's her name? Karen?
The little side jump.
Yeah.
Cap little side jump.
He makes sure that she's okay. He loves his little sister Capri. He wants to protect her. He's, like I said, he's very, very strong on loyalty. That's one of the first things he said. Loyalty is really, really big to him. It's very, very big to Erin. Her family is really important to her. Her brother, her aunt, her cousin, that's all she has left because her parents are dead. So definitely strong themes of loyalty, family, definitely hustling, because Erin was the same way. Like, she hustled on that bus to make sure that her brother had everything he needed, was paying for stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so did Capone. Like, you know, he had more money than her, but he was a hustler. He didn't just wait on Trilla to give him everything. He went out there and got it himself. So I would say those are the themes of the book: family, loyalty, hustle, you know, making that shmoney.
I share that same sentiment. You know, definitely hit close to home. Not sickle cell, but just family sickness, in the family and losing a loved one. I felt like there definitely was a deeper message in her writing. Like, you know, with family, with loyalty, showing that, you know, even in I ain't even gonna say that word. Even in certain circumstances, you know, we still can be a people of culture, being there, helping each other out, not leaving our family behind in the past, taking care of one another, you know, even though it was a lot of little other hood stuff, you know, in the surface of everything, it was still a man taking on a whole new family and showing that if he cares about a woman, he will make sure he move heaven and hell to bring her home. You know what I mean? So I felt like that was definitely one of the things in there, was family and loyalty and love. And it did definitely pull from the culture. I think it respected the culture that it pulled from, because listen, man, you got hustlers, you know what I'm saying? You got get money dudes, you know, you got dudes that's locked up. So I felt like she respected the culture in the space that she was writing from.
And I think it's really good that she showed that this life can lead to prison. You know, Naheem went to prison for a really long time, 13 years, I think. Capadonna is in prison, you know, 15. I think, and I think that was just very realistic. Like, this is a life that, yes, you can get quick money, you can make good money, but there's also real consequences if you get caught. There's prison, there's jail time. Sometimes I'll read books that they never get caught, they never go to jail, they go to jail for a few months. I love that Capadonna. I mean, I miss him, I like him, but the fact that he was in prison for such a long time, it was realistic, you know?
And he's next up in another 2 books.
Oh, I cannot wait. I put a video on TikTok and they said the same thing. Wait till you get to Capadonna. I'm like, girl, let me hear you up. Let me hear you up and go to book 2.
Yo, for number 5 in the critique rubric, we have setting. For me, I've been there. I lived it. I've been there I was there for 30 years, right? 30 years of my life. So for me, did the city feel alive, right? It felt alive to me because I've been there. I lived it. I've been in Queens. I've been in Harlem. I've been in Brooklyn. Like I've been all around New York City my entire life. So for me, everything she's talking about and all the questions in here, I lived it. I've been there and it's a real thing. She knocked out the city. It was super authentic. She got the spots down packed. Everything that she said, you know what I mean, was a dope feeling for me. So everything was like realistic for me. So I'm locked in with that. That's a 5 right there for lifestyle.
Of course, I've never been city. I've never been to, well, I've been to New York, but I have never lived there. So I don't know it as intimately, but I've watched Law and Order SVU, which takes place in New York. So that's my only experience. And what I can say is one of my favorite parts of the show is the little eateries that they would go to. Like you would only know this if you lived here.
If you lived there, facts.
I love that part of the book. The first date that Capone takes Aaron on is the little fish market or whatever. It's just like this out of the way thing. I love that. It's just like it showed he grew up in this neighborhood because he didn't take her to some fancy restaurant. He took her to, just around the corner, out of the way place. I, of course, like I said, I've never been to Brooklyn or Harlem. I went to NYC, like New York City, but I felt like it was really authentic. It really felt like, And then the way that she would describe they're going to Harlem, they're going to here, I felt like it was authentic. And the descriptions that she gave, like when she was describing his house and like Aaron's basement apartment, like I literally could visualize it. Like I could see her coming in, laying on that couch. It was like watching a movie. So I think she definitely gave plenty of description details so we could literally see exactly what her vision was for the book. So I agree. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20, A+.
Number 6 in the writing style, smooth or sloppy? Was the writing easy to read and hard to get through? Did the flow feel smooth or choppy? Any grammar editing issues that pulled you out? Did the author style work for this story?
I will say this. I am very, very petty. So if there's any kind of grammar errors, I'm telling you, any grammar, any misspelled words, I'm going to see it. And there were a few, I'm being honest, but they did not take me out of the story because I enjoyed it so much. And I found that, like, if I'm reading a book and I come across, okay, there should have been an S here, a period or whatever, and I love the story so much, it doesn't matter. But I notice it because that's just the type of reader I am. So there were a few, but the writing flowed. We already talked about this. The dialogue was great. The writing just flowed. It just came naturally, chapter after chapter. I didn't feel like, wait, we're missing this. What happened here? It was just, that's why I said I don't even have much to say. I can't even critique it. I mean, just the writing was
the writing was definitely fantastic. It was definitely, I listened to it, so it was easy to listen to. It felt smooth on the listen to. I like the dual POVs. I didn't really see any grammar issues because I didn't read it or anything like that. When there was no real mispronunciations of the world inside the Delgado world, and I felt like her style worked for this story. This is the first book that I've read from her, so we're gonna see if it continues to work for her. But for right now, it's working.
Yep.
Now, here's where we getting down to the spiciness right here. Emotional impact. Did it make you feel something? Were you emotionally locked in? Any moments that hit hard or stayed with you? Did you care about what happened to the characters? And did the ending feel earned?
Yes, it was very emotional for me because when Naheem did what he did, it literally broke my heart. It really honestly did.
Come on.
It really did because
a man slipped up one time.
Nah, it wasn't one time. He was used to doing it. Remember, because he said he tried to cut it off.
I'm saying he was fucking her, but it was just, He
really broke my heart. And if I wasn't invested, I would just be like, whatever. Aaron's brother, I'm a big sister. My baby brother is 8 years younger than me. So I felt the things that she was going through. I've never had to be his mom, but just wanting more for your sibling and they just don't fucking listen. They want to hang out with their stupid ass friends. It's like, this person is going to get you in trouble. Like, Timmy is nothing but bad news. He's literally a terrible friend. And just being that sister trying to tell your younger siblings, like, listen to me. I know I'm just your sister, but please listen to me. I know that what you're doing is going to lead you down the wrong path. And then, I mean, look at what her brother got somebody pregnant. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you something. My baby brother has a baby. And of course, he's an amazing dad. But I remember I felt like Aaron felt in that moment, like, Jawan, you were just a baby. Like, how is my baby having a baby? So I definitely felt connected emotionally to the characters, like Aaron's struggle, Capone's struggle. Like, and like I said, my heart wouldn't have been as broken of what Naheem did if I wasn't connected. My heart wouldn't have been as broken as it was if I wasn't invested by that cliffhanger at the end. Like, what? Right. My jaw was like, wait, what? I was like,
what word?
What? Like, so I would have to say, yes, definitely emotionally connected, and Just like, I'm literally like, I hope this hurry up and we can hurry up and get through this so I can go read the second one.
Go read the second book,
Yeah,
right?
I'm just
and
like,
be
come
locked
on.
in on the
Like,
second
I'm like,
book.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, I was definitely emotionally locked in. The moment that hit hard with me was the whole ending, and we'll talk about the ending in a minute. Yeah, I care about what happened to the characters because I didn't, I'm a little bit in the book too, right?
Mhm.
So I don't want to spoil book 2 for you, but I was real sad, and I got a video coming for that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was real sad, especially in the beginning of book 2. If you know, and you'll read it and you'll probably get back to me like, oh my God. And I did feel like the ending was earned because I knew where it was going. I didn't know that it was going to happen like that, but I knew it was a possibility.
I mean, when
because
Trilla
it
gave
just-
Timmy that gun, it was kind of like, and even
Trilla.
that, my heart was like this. I was like, please, like, she's already lost her parents. Please do not, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, we'll get there. Oh, I can't wait.
Originality. Is this old or did this bring a new flavor? Did this feel fresh or recycled? Were troops flipped or played straight? Does this book stand out in the urban fiction?
I think it absolutely does. Like I told you, I've never read urban fiction where the characters were bald or had alopecia and sickle cell. That was just like, what? Like, just the
Adding
characters felt
flavor
real.
to it.
They
Word.
really did. And they didn't feel like, sometimes when you read urban fiction, it's just like, yeah, it's just these beefed up thug dudes. Like, it's just like, okay, I can read that in more and more books. Capone felt real because he wasn't just, yeah, I'm a thug and I go out and shoot and kill people. He had a family. He had feelings. He had emotions. He got hurt. There was, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely think this book stood out. I told you that he did remind me a little bit of Demon and Demon's Dream, but I don't think that means that the book wasn't original. I just feel like when you get urban fiction, some of the guys are like that. They're possessive, they're domineering and things like that.
Right.
But I still feel like Capone in and of himself was a very original character. It was a very original plot. I think she knocked it out the park with this one, honestly.
I loved it. Same. It felt fresh to me. I read Killer Dolls. That was the only, besides Mafioso, I read Mafioso and I read Killer Dolls. Those was the only urban fiction books that I ever read. So for me, this is definitely bringing like a new flavor onto the urban scene. And I felt like she did a big one with this. So for me, it feels fresh. The book stood out in the urban fiction community because look at the community and how big it is. They call them the Jahquel universe. You know what I'm saying?
They said, welcome to Death Row.
Welcome to Death Row, right? So that should tell you that it's definitely a fresh look. Now we getting down to the nitty gritty. We're going to start talking now. On air conversation starters, right? What parts, we're going to go through this. What parts had you hooked?
Let me see. The part that had me hooked, I'm trying to think because there were so many moments. I think the part that had me hooked, I think it was when Erin and her brother were arguing and he threw that money at her. I was hooked from the very beginning. But yes,
was the bills that was with
when he was just like, I don't need your money. I was like, her brother is involved with Trilla. I mean, I was hooked from the beginning, but that was the part that I was just like, her brother was stupid. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to, smoking in his room with his friends, not listening. But now you messing with Trilla, and the fact that we know that Trilla and Capone are like
they're not beefing,
but
they just not cool. They not friends.
Not cool.
They not enemies right now. They have an agreement, a truce, basically.
A truce, but it was just the fact that I knew. I was like, this is something's about to happen. The fact that her brother is messing around or hanging around with Timmy and Trilla, like I was like, that was probably the part that I was like, oh shit. Something about to happen. Something bad's about to happen. Yep.
One of the moments that stuck with me was when Erin and Capone got to arguing when Capri was there, or they had an argument before Capri came in there. Remember, Capri came to bring something up, and all she could hear was Erin moaning and talking about, no, daddy, I ain't gonna say it again. And I'm just like, yo, I never had sex when my sister was in the crib. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about that, but it was just
wait. What part did this happen?
Remember when Capri tried to bring some upstairs, and she could hear the moment where Erin was getting bust upstairs? You gotta go back.
Dang.
Come on.
I'm like, is this in the second book? I don't remember.
That's not the second. I don't think that's in the second book. Nah, I
remember when the first time they did
it. That might be I think that might be in the second book. I might be going too far.
Because I was laughing with you, and I was like, wait a minute. Because I was like, wait.
I might be going too far in the book. All right. My other part that I might be going in the book too, but my other part was definitely when they started getting remember when he sent her the text in the club and he was like, yo, what you want on your tombstone?
Yes. You know what that reminded me of?
Get close to you like that. I had a situation like that in the club, so I already know how the club can go in motion on tilt because I was
That was crazy. She out having a good time and he's texting her. That was the part where I didn't like him yet. And I was like, who do you think you are? Telling her
you
that
ain't
she
about
can't
to
be on a date with a this is not your girl yet. And remember, he like stood her up. He was like, I'm gonna come get you for this date. And then didn't call, didn't text. And she didn't give him the time of day.
Right.
And that's why I really liked Aaron. And Capone says it too. Any other woman would have just still got my car, would not have like held me to that. But she was like, no, like I don't need you. I've been doing fine. You can't be inconsistent and come in my life. Yes. And you know what, that part, I feel like you haven't read Haunting Adeline, have you? The same thing happened in that book. Like she's out and this guy is texting her like, tell him to get your hands off you. I'm going to take his hands. It was just like, okay. And she did the right thing. She got up.
Yeah, she got up and walked her happy ass to the bathroom because she knew. And what Capone do, crap right behind her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was one of my favorite parts. What parts had you rolling your eyes?
I think probably in any part where he was calling her his wife and his girlfriend before he had really even know her, just was like, oh my gosh. Cause it was just like, remember he seen her through the window for the first time and he was talking to Naheem. He was just like, I don't know what he's saying, but I need to know how he's connected to my wife. And I was so confused. Like, was his wife out there? He was talking about Aaron. I'm like, the fuck? How is she your wife? And then he would, remember when he got on her bus and he was talking to the guy who was harassing her? He was like, yeah, this is my wife. And I'm like, she's not your wife. Every time he said it, I was just like, you
gotta claim it. You gotta claim it. Ain't that what they say? You gotta claim it.
It didn't bother me after they got to know each other because then it's just like, okay, you know this woman's gonna be your wife, sure. But it was just like, y'all hadn't even met, y'all hadn't really talked, and she could be fucking crazy. Like, you know, you don't know her just because she seems but it was just, so that was the part that had me roll my eyes. I'm like, okay, she's not your wife yet, dude. Like, calm down.
The part that had me rolling my eyes, man, it was when Naeem was taken in by Tasha, man, through the mouth. That was the part, because I was rooting for Naeem and he had me, I was thinking black love was in the air, and then she came and sent my son back to prison with that head, because that's where he going, because he is tripping right now. So that was a scene that kind of had me rolling my eyes. But you know, Tasha got that fire. You know how it be. I know your face say like that, but
she's a slut. She's a slut. And the thing is, this is why I said what Naeem did also broke my heart. Not to mention the fact that this is what was crazy. You remember after he had got the head from Tasha, he goes back home and he's just like, oh, I'm just so in love with Capri. I just love being a married man and blah, blah, blah. And I was just thinking, what the fuck is your problem? You literally, he was so excited. Like, oh, I just love coming home to my wife. And I'm like, you just got your dick sucked by a whole nother girl. Like, that's extremely disrespectful.
Yeah, but that's not wifey though. You know what I'm saying? That's not wifey. That's just somebody that, you know, I don't even want to see. That's why I don't even want to have to defend him. Right. But I'm just saying, like, that's not wifey. You know what I mean? Like, she don't get the wifey material. She just there to, you know what I'm saying, to give you that, and then you peel off and then slide out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
And it was the fact that he is sleeping with a woman who sleeps with everybody. Like, it wasn't even like
she sleeps with the big bosses.
She sleeps with the kid.
She smashed old boy too.
She's remember when Capone first goes in there, the guy is like buttoning up his pants because she just got done with him. Then we find out in the end she been messing with another big boss, and she's been messing with Naheem. And it was just like, Naheem, you know this as this girl gets around. You like, what are you doing?
You could take that home to your wife, right?
That's what I was just like, and I felt like you, Jay. I thought him and Capri were so cute. I was a little like concerned when he was really trying to meet up with Aaron. I'm like, boy, you married. But it was just the fact that he just was like, hey, we're friends. I just want to get in touch. And then to find out he's cheating, because I liked him and Capri. And he knows Capone is crazy. Capone kept saying, you break my sister's heart, I'm going to kill you. And look at what he's doing. He has no care for his own safety. That's what disappointed me. So you're not smart anymore. You're a liar, you're a cheater, and then you're sleeping with the neighborhood hoe. Like, that just, and the fact that you look at you still saying that was your favorite character, Jay.
I gotta keep going with him, because I know he gonna get some get back. I already know he gonna have his moment where he end things with her and then he focus on his wife. I'm in for the redemption story. You know what I'm saying? You got to give a brother some grace. That's what I've been telling everybody on social media. We got to give Naeem some grace.
On his wife, never.
I get it. He can't get enough for cheating on his wife, right? He made a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, he feel like he trapped though. Remember, he said it. He don't want to he wanted to stop, but he feel like if he stop, she gonna run and go tell Capri about what he was doing. So it's not like he don't want to stop.
But this is the thing. You trying to blame her. Oh, she gonna run and go tell Capone and Capri. Oh, well, why did he start it? That's the point. He made that choice to continue doing that with her.
Everybody gets started with Tasha.
One time is a mistake, right? One time is a mistake. He continued to do it. It's a usual thing. And in the scene where we find out that he's doing that, he tells her, go ahead and do your thing. He's like, yeah, go ahead. Like, oh, go ahead. It wasn't like, oh, I just feel so bad. Like, no, he was willing. And that's why I said, maybe he'll be redeemed, but I'm not messing with Naheem no more. Never. He's on my shit list. I'm done with him. That's why I said, if Capone mess up, I'm quitting the series. I'm quitting the series because Naheem already messed up. I'm like, please don't let Capone do something like that. That's irredeemable.
I think we're gonna get a good ending in the last book. Hopefully. We don't know yet. Was this a must read, a cool read, or DNF?
It was a must read. It was a must read. Go read it immediately. Read it now. Yes. Read it today. I'm trying to hurry up so I can go read the second book. Like, yes, it's a must read for sure.
Who would you recommend this to?
I would recommend it. I was going to say to anybody. And I think that's still true. Because sometimes I get nervous when it comes to urban fiction. Like we've talked about this before. Times when non-Black people read urban fiction or our books, there's certain parts that they may think is bad, but they don't understand the culture, But I feel like if you read mafia books, just regular mafia books with white characters, they act the same. And they don't even be having a code all the time. They be killing women, children. It doesn't matter. So I would recommend this book to anybody, especially if you like drama, if you want to get into a series that's really, really long, you like believable characters, you like hustling, like it. I would absolutely recommend it to anybody. Yep.
Got you. I was going, well, let's do it. Let's do it. If this was a movie or a series, who's getting cast? So let's start off with Capone. Who you think can play Capone?
I feel like Ghost from Power.
That's what I was thinking.
Really? Okay, good. Because I was like, I hate to say him, but he did that role so well. Like that guy who just took care of business. Nobody crossed him, but he was also really, really smart. Yep.
So for me, it's Ghost. For Erin, I had, what's her name? What's the girl name from Issa Rae? I had her.
Really?
I had her playing Erin.
I feel like she's too. She ain't gritty enough. I don't think. I can't see her.
I think so. Insecure. I feel like, first of all, she fit the mold. She got the short hair already, so you can kind of work around that. She got that brown, dark skin, but not like too dark, but she's brown. She's a little curvy, but she's not like ultra, super curvy. I was just thinking that as a rabbit out the hat for that one.
I think Erin should be played by the wife from The Best Man, the one who died. She also has really, really short hair. And I say that because I remember the scene. Remember when she's dying and she moves off her wig to show. That is the scene literally in my head. Like every time Erin takes off her hair, that's literally what I was picturing was her taking the wig off. I was like, that's just literally her. And that woman, she has a beautiful shape. Erin has a beautiful shape. So that's who I would cast. And I think she's really pretty. And Erin is really pretty. So
I think Laura London could play Ra. She got that hood in there. So I was always saying,
that hood in her.
That's who I kept thinking about. Lauren London is Ra. Lauren London is Ra.
But I guess Lauren London is so beautiful. Like I feel like.
And remember, she is so beautiful. Remember, Ra is mad really beautiful, but she don't have a body. So that's why I was just saying Lauren London.
I don't know. She got a nice shape.
Let's see. Who can we get for Naeem? Who can you see playing Naeem? Somebody that's still rough around the edges, but got a fear of ghosts.
I would say Trevante Rhodes. He was the guy in Moonlight.
I know you're talking about.
He's absolutely beautiful. He's a wonderful actor, and I think he got that thuggish quality because Naeem is not one to fuck with either. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's Capone's second in command, but that doesn't mean he's any less vicious. And I feel like Trevante Rhodes, I feel like he would fit Naeem. He looked like the type to play.
Who could play Tasha? You know who I was thinking who could play Tasha? I'm not gonna lie to you. Tiana Taylor.
No, you didn't do Tiana like that.
What you mean? Tiana Taylor could play Tasha. She got that hood in her. She curvy. She got that, niggas wouldn't be able to, resist her. You gotta have somebody that's almost irresistible.
But Tiana is, but she's so, she's sexy, classy. You know what I mean? I can't see her playing a character who is
hood.
I feel like it's offensive if I say a character because it's not like I'm saying this person looks like they would sell crack and give it up easy. So I don't even want to say who I was saying.
I'm only saying the character. You acting, right? You people did more for acting than what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so for me, I just look at it like that. But it's a long list. We'll come back with the list so we can make sure we have a valid list. But on to the last rubric, the final verdict. What we saying? What we talking about in the book? What is Key's take? Well, first of all, what's your overall that you're giving the book on a scale from 1 to 5 on the 5 bookmark system that we use?
I gave it a 5 bookmarks immediately after I finished it. 5 bookmarks, and I say that because, again, if y'all watch the podcast, y'all know Jay is the calm, smooth, easy reader. I'm the one, but that it makes sense, and this and do this, and you know. And this book, right. I didn't do any of that. I just it made me fall in love with reading again. I could just sit back, read, enjoy the story because it wasn't anything wrong with the book, and it was fun. Right. Like I had fun reading it. So 5 bookmarks for me. What do you say?
I gave it 4 bookmarks. And the reason why I gave it 4, hold on. Because the reason why I gave it 4 bookmarks, I keep telling you, we can't jump out the window and be 5 bookmarks. And then we get to book 2 and I'm like, it's 5 bookmarks. I need something that is gonna, you know what would make it a 5 bookmark system? If Naeem and Capri stay together. That would make it a 5 bookmark system for me. If they stay together, then I can really rock out. Yeah, I see your face. I feel like, I'm a die on this hill until Naeem do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I did my apology video, but we still got to get him in.
Now, this is me. I'm like Saucy Santana said Lil Uzi was at his birthday party. Grr. That's how I feel. I do not like Naeem. But you the type, you want the character to be redeemed. I'm still mad at Savon. I'm a
redeem arc.
I'm still mad at Savon from Blood at the Root. Like,
listen, man, I feel like Naeem is going to definitely have his arc. He's going to have his moment where he shined. And I know people are telling me that he's not.
Good for him. It's just, I will never forgive him. It's kind of like, like if somebody pisses you off and you tell your wife, like, so-and-so pissed me off, she ain't going to never forgive them. Even if you're like, honey, we squashed it.
We good.
Like, yeah, that's how I feel. Once a character gets on my bad side, I mean, they would have to do a lot for me to be like, okay, I don't forgive. I'm a petty reader. Naeem is boo-boo, especially for how cute Capri is and how stupid he is, knowing her 2 brothers are Capadonna and Capone, and you still sleeping with the woman who cooks the crack for them. Like, how stupid can you be? He ain't even smart about it. It'd be better if it was a random woman. You're messing with a woman connected to it all. Boo-boo.
True. Now, before we get into our last takes, we're going to get into certified or nah, right? When we talk about, is this certified heat? Is this solid but flawed? Is it mid? Or is it a note and a DNF? And I already know what you're going to do.
Yep, certified heat. I wish I had flame that could, when you edit the video, put flame in my hands. Certified
heat.
Seriously, with the flame. It's absolute heat. It's on fire. And this is a pick that Jay picked. And I'm really surprised because a couple other picks of his I have not liked. This one, you did good. You did good, my friend.
And we got, guess what? We might be covering, we're going to be covering this for like the next 20 weeks.
I don't care.
For real. The next 20 weeks, because we got to really lock in. But let's get into let's get into Key's take on the book. Like, not even on the book. Give us just what's your soliloquy. Go in.
I thought the book was good. Like I said, Capone is my favorite character. Like, if he and Aaron don't last, But no, I honestly thought this book was really good. I just didn't even know that it has such a fan base behind it. We just picked the book because we heard people talking about it, but it's amazing. And and then the fact that Jahquel, she writes all kinds of urban fiction. Like, it's not even this. Like, there was one, I'm in this Discord group, and they wanted to pick what is it? Ho Ho Santa or something like that. It's another book by Jahquel. Right. Like, she writes all different type of books, and I cannot wait to continue reading. I've already said Naeem is boo-boo. Boo, 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 boo. I love the multiple different points of views. I've told Jay this. I love dual points of view. I even love at the end where we get to see Naeem's point of view and even Capri's point of view, because we didn't really get to see their point of view the entire story. And I'm just hoping the next book we get to see more of them because they're interesting characters. That was another thing. The characters are interesting. They have interesting backstories. I want to know about them. And again, this book gets me excited to read. And I've missed that. I want to read a book that I feel like I don't have to critique. I can just relax and read it. We'll just talk about it. Yep. And that was this book for me. And I briefly went over this, but the emotional connection that I felt with the characters, like I felt like Erin being the oldest sister, like trying to make sure my siblings is okay, taking care of everything, taking care of everybody around me. I loved how just selfless she was at times, how even though she didn't have as much money, she wanted to give back and do something for Capone. Like, they make such a beautiful couple, Jay. Like, they're just so cute. Like, so I can't wait to read the next book. We didn't even talk about what happened at the end.
No, I'm about to. That's in my take. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Jay's going to get to it. But that ending was crazy. And I love books that end on a cliffhanger that make you excited to read the next one. Cause that's literally how I feel. It was almost physically impossible for me not to start book 2 because I was like, I don't want to be mixing it up. I want it to be fresh. But as soon as we get done, I'm gonna be busy for the rest of the night. Okay.
Same here. Now, the reason why we can't really talk too much about it is because we got a podcast, y'all. So, and us having a podcast, we can't share all our ideas. So it's tough to not really. That's why I stuck to just Naeem. I didn't say anything about the ending of the book. I didn't say anything about nothing else. I stuck. My 2 videos was those 2 right there. But as we get into the end of the book, man, what a cliffhanger the book left us on. As we know, Triller early in the book told little Timmy that he's finally down. He's down with the team. But you got to handle business because your boy out here, he talking crazy. He working with Capone and them. When he wasn't even working for Capone and them. But Triller just being the mastermind, using Timmy as a little puppet. Timmy goes at the end of the joint. For y'all who did not read Capone, do not come to this podcast if you ain't read Capone.
Stop this moment. That's it, because we about to spoil the ending. Yep.
Because I'm telling you, when Timmy shot Jaden and he shot Joy, who's pregnant with Jaden's baby, I'm like, yo, what, Jahquel, like, what you got going on? Because now you sending me into like this whole other stratosphere of just craziness because he claps, like Capone and them is talking, right? He get out. You know what I'm saying? He go, holla at your man. He like, yo, what you doing over here? That's my baby moms. Why your baby moms?
Joy, why are you over here with
why your baby mom's over here? But they all friends though. You can't just, you know what I'm saying, not be friends. But he don't know that he got an ulterior motive. So now when son when son Timmy back out on Jaden, he like, yo, clap Jaden, boom, 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 clap Joy, even though she pregnant, you know what I'm saying? And Timmy duck off up out of there. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. We just ended the book like this. Then we get to find out. I don't even remember if this is in part of book 2, but
no,
did you hear what Tasha? No. What Tasha told Capone?
She was like,
so Capone got the barrel of the gun in his mouth.
I was like, why does that matter? I don't know. Maybe that's rude.
What you mean? Why does that matter? I can't clap my son. So now they got him. Naeem grab him up like, little nigga, where you going? Like, nah, you can't. Hold on. Key, hold on. He got the gun in his mouth, right? So he about to blow some brains away. And she like, no, he your son. And it's like, yo, I can't clap my son after that. We got to find an ulterior motive around all of this. You feel me? So at the end, that was like a crazy cliffhanger. Did you think that was his son though?
No, that's my point. That's why I
thought it was his son because that would have just made it in the Jah universe. That would have just made it crazy. So right then and there, I need
more confirmation. Tasha is a hoe. We all know that she sleeps with everybody. She literally was given next to Naeem. So it's like, how?
Book 2, I can't tell you, sis. You gotta get the book 2. This is why I'm animated right now. You know what I'm saying? Because later on,
that's why I was just like, and then I was just like, again, he hasn't been your son this long. Like she just said it.
What does that mean? You cannot clap your son. Even if I just found out you're gonna make me kill my son and I'm the one that killed him. Nah, you gotta chill. You gotta fall back. You feel me? But
I guess agree to disagree.
Listen,
I say he should have
this is real deal Holyfield type stuff that happened. So now Jah got me all spaced out. I'm at work. I can't go into work because I'm trying to respond to everybody online. But I'm also like, yo, this is crazy. Right before I'm about to get out and go into the facility, you clap him up. And then I was just like, yo, this ain't even real right now. So for everybody that told me the Jah universe is real, we know it's real. Book 2 next week. We're going to be tapped in for like the next 18 weeks or however it take to get through this whole Jah verse. And we're going to be caught up, man. That's my hot take for the day, man. And shout out to Naeem, right? You know what I'm saying? Black love still matters. Get your girl. You feel me? Stop messing with Tasha. We going to figure it out. I see your face. We going to figure it out, right? As men, I got to have a holla. And you know what's crazy, right? And I'm going to make a video about that later because I can't even talk to my homies about this because they ain't reading these books. You feel me? So I can't even talk to them. But that's all I got, man. Until book 2, until next week.
Same. I just want to say Jay is absolutely diabolical for continuing to endorse Naeem. Like I said, boo-boo. But yeah, that ending was really crazy. It was just the fact that Timmy really shot Jay. I didn't think he was really going to shoot him because I'm like, they're really good friends. But Trilla is smart. And the thing is, he got Timmy to do his dirty work for him. So he could say, I gave him the gun. I didn't, because I didn't tell him to, you know what I mean? So he he's the type to throw the stone and then hide his hand. So that'll be really interesting, especially because Capone, like you said, they're not really enemies. Capone don't dislike him. It's just, I used to work for you, now I don't. I don't want to be a protege because you don't be doing shit. I'm about my money, about my paper. So like I said, Jay's already started on book 2. He cheated, so I have to get.
I ain't too far into it though, man.
I gotta
once you get to a certain part though, you gonna hit me and be like, "Oh no, Jay, I can't talk about that right now." That's why I didn't post that part. But I ain't really want to post it on that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't wait.
We locked in, y'all. We locked into the Quell universe, to the Jahquel universe. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Death Row, as I've been told.
Welcome to Death Row.
Shout out to everybody that's been showing us love, man. Check out the pod during the week. It's gonna be one every week until we actually caught up with this in the universe. So expect what we got. We got 2 more books of Capone. And then we got 3 books of Capri. So we got that's 6 books between the siblings. That's 9 books. So that's 9 weeks of y'all gonna get episodes for us. Then we gotta go into some. We got the whole list, and we appreciate y'all for giving us the list. Keep tapping in with us, man, and we just thank y'all, man. You got anything before we get up out of here?
No, just thank you again. I hope that you guys will continue to engage, because the best part of this is not just talking about the book, but it's seeing you guys' response and laughing and joking and seeing that, oh, I disagree, I agree with your opinion. So definitely continue to engage. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support. Like me and Jay, we just a girl and a boy. Well, we ain't girls and boys, but we're a man and a woman who loves to read books, and we love uplifting and supporting our Black authors. And I'm just really excited that I really love the book, and I hope you guys will stay tuned week after week as we go through the Jahquel verse, or is it the Jahquel verse?
I gotta get her name. I gotta get her right.
We gotta get it, like, whatever the name of this book is. We just cannot wait to continue. So
until next week, y'all. She's that reader. I'm just a speaker. Peace.